Hello everyone, the new Resident Evil Infinite Darkness series has arrived on Netflix, and is it everything fans are hoping for? Well, let me tell you what I think. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness is a 4-part CG anime series on Netflix, done in the vein of the CG Resident Evil movies. And I have to say, we've come a long way since 2008. I love the way the CGI looks. It looks beautiful in this 4-part series. I also love that they brought the voices of Leon and Claire from the Resident Evil 2 remake back to reprise their characters in this. To start with the cons, it's sad that it's only 4 episodes. I wanted a lot more. The ending does feel just a tad rushed, but overall, I love this. This is a Resident Evil property that puts story ahead of the action and horror. I would have loved it if there was a bit more horror elements, but I have to say I respect it for having a great story. It keeps you engaged and kind of offers a bit of a stinger at the end of each episode until the end. I love this show. As a matter of fact, I think it might have been better if they ditched some of the flashbacks that they kind of show over and over, make certain sequences a bit longer, and make it another CG movie. This could have easily been an 80 to 90 minute CGI movie instead of a 4-part series. But what I love about this is that it shows us a conspiracy theory. And I wasn't sure what to think about Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. I wasn't sure they were going to retcon the previous movies. Safe to say, the previous movies and games actually still play a factor in this timeline. They mentioned the Pittsburgh terrorist attack that's in Resident Evil Degeneration, and they also have hints at Tricell, which was in Resident Evil 5, the video game, so I love it. Timeline-wise, this is right after Resident Evil 4 and Degeneration. So Leon's already saved the president's daughter. That same president's requiring his assistance with other agents. They believe there's this inside mole that's infiltrated the government. And there's these different attacks going around. And overall, the story is pretty much a conspiracy theory, and the main character is trying to bring the conspiracy theory to light. It has many of the stuff that you see in the video games, but it's with a bit of an X-Files. Think X-Files with zombies. That's pretty much what it is. And there's this bigger conspiracy going around. And you have Claire in one area figuring out what's going on. You have Leon figuring out other information. And then you have these new characters that are added that fill in more of a backstory of what's going on. And then by the end of it, everything connects very beautifully. To say the least, I think if you're a fan of the Resident Evil video games, I think you're going to enjoy this. If you like more of the action and horror, I think you might be just a tad disappointed. Like I said, the length, I wish it was longer. This easily could have been 8 episodes. And I think it could have used more horror. But that being said, in episode 2, they do something that I have never seen in any Resident Evil video game or movie that's pretty creepy. And I was just like, wow, that surprised me. Just when I thought I seen everything, I haven't, Trust me, you know the moment I'm talking about when you watch it. If I had to give Resident Evil Infinite Darkness a score, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a really well done series. As a matter of fact, like I said earlier, I think it would have been a better movie. This would have been a cool movie to pit in between Degeneration and Damnation. But overall, I think they come a long way with these CG properties, and I'm glad to see some familiar voices, or hear some familiar voices from RE2 Remake. So yeah, I would give it a 4 out of 5. This is a must-see for any die-hard Resident Evil fans. Some out there, I understand you might be a bit disappointed with the story and stuff, but I think that the story is very well done compared to some of the other movies, and has just enough horror and action to kind of get you through. For 4 episodes, it's not bad. It doesn't leave you on a cliffhanger like Castlevania Season 1 did. You know how Castlevania was just barely getting started? This one is kind of self-contained, and it does have some bittersweet moments at the end that you're just like, oh man, too bad it went that way. But you know where all the characters are going in their future, with Claire going on to Resident Evil Revelations 2, and Leon, the badass he's going to become even further with Resident Evil 6. So definitely for diehard fans, I recommend it. And for newcomers, there might be just enough, and it might be self-isolated, that you might enjoy it one Saturday. It's about 80 minutes. Each episode is about 25 to 28 minutes long, so I think you enjoy it. Anyway, let me know. Have you seen Resident Evil Infinite Darkness? What did you think? Were you disappointed? Did you like it? Did you think it was okay? Let me know down below, as well as your favorite Resident Evil video game. Mine's 2, of course. Anyway, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe for more videos, and check out these other Resident Evil zombie-related videos on my channel. Till next time, everyone. Hope you have a good day.